I'm here. But here is that pleasure zone. What's up, guys? Sean here from Srkcycles.com. I am in a new place. Let me know if you know where I'm at. If you guys know where I'm at, put it down below. We're gonna start playing a game with this. And I want to talk to you guys about something. It's connected to bikes, but not really. And it's about the lie that we get from pleasure. It's not necessarily from pleasure, but society. We all have this idea. That we're always searching for pleasure. You know what I mean? It's almost like current society's life goal is, how do we get more pleasure? Is that going to be fun? Is that going to give us the pleasure we want? Let me just give you some examples. Everyone wants that fast car. Everyone wants that Ferrari. They want to feel going fast. They want, you know, they're looking for that girl. They're looking for that guy. You know, who's gonna do it for them. You always want someone better looking than what you have. You always want the vacation. You want just everything that what we're striving for is ease of life, but that pleasure, because we think things are going to give us pleasure. We buy $400 blenders because we're like, that's going to make my life easier. And when I drink that awesome looking smoothie that guy just made with bananas and nuts and everything, I'm going to be healthier. It's going to taste amazing. I'm going to feel pleasureful for it. And it just kind of goes on and on. And most of what we do is this search for pleasure. And we all think that once okay, it's like, I don't have it now. I'm here. But here is that pleasure zone. And we look at those people who we think are in that zone. You know, dude's got the supermodel wife, and he's got all the cars, and it looks like he doesn't work very much, but he's got tons of money, and he's always going on vacations, and he works out, and all these things. We think that, okay, that guy has made it. That guy is living a life of non-stop pleasure. He's got cool motorcycles. He's rocking the Ducati. So that's what we're told. Let me explain to you the lie about that. One, those people do not have better lives than you do. They honestly don't. Ask them. Look into it. Why are all those people in drug rehab? Why are they all going towards alcohol? Why are they all doing, you know, cocaine and all these things? Trust me, they don't have a better life than you do. Dan, what's his name? Dan Brazario, that World Poker guy. He is like the classic example of what I'm talking about and why this is horrible. No one wants to see me sit in traffic talking about this. I'm talking about good stuff, but no one wants to see me just sit in traffic. It's super boring. But I listened to an interview with him, and he was saying how, like, he stays in 5-star hotels all the time, 6-star hotels, and it's nothing. It does nothing for him. He just acclimated to that. Humans are very good at acclimating and getting used to the next thing. And so if someone, like, let's say a regular person, let's say someone like you or me, if we stayed in a 5-star hotel, it'd be a big deal. We'd be like, holy cow, this is amazing. This is awesome. This hotel is great. I got a better idea. And it could, honestly, that could be the highlight of the week, highlight of the month, highlight of our year. You know what I mean? Just staying in a cool, awesome hotel. So for us, all right, so for someone who does it all the time, that hotel is nothing. It's insignificant. It's meaningless. They get no pleasure from it at all. For someone like you who would do it once, you would get, it spikes up your pleasure. it'd be tons of fun. It'd be super awesome. It'd be a big deal. I just stayed in a really nice hotel, way nicer than what I ever should have stayed at in Austin, Texas. And it was a big deal for me. So it's not that. So let me explain. And this is how it connects to motorcycles. The first time, and I've said this before, the first time you ride a really fast bike, you'll be chasing that feeling for the rest of your life. And it's not because, but guys who ride fast bikes are not getting that feeling non-stop. Pleasure and things like that are always, this is where you normally are at, and if you hit this level higher than you, that's the pleasure. But if you're there all the time, if that becomes your normal, then you have to go here to get pleasure. And that's where the lie is. That's where the deceit is. You can never actually get there. You don't think that you're gonna find this secret or find this key and be like, now my life is just full of pleasure, and now my life is amazing, and all my problems are solved. Because when you get to that next level, you have to go to the next level. You have to go to the next level to solve it, to feel that again, you know. And look at it with motorcycles. If I was looking for that rush, that crazy rush I felt the first time I rode a 600 Super Sport, and before, the fastest thing I've rode in before that was like a 15-second car, then, you know what I mean, I have to keep on going. By now I'd be going to like Pro Street, or I'd be flying and strap myself to rockets, you know what I mean. Eventually you have to go so much farther to feel that. So this is what my conclusion is: stop wasting your life, stop wasting your time chasing after pleasure when you think it's right there, when you think it's the next line up, because it'll be a never-ending game of you never being content and you chasing after pleasure. If you want a life that is more pleasureful, and listen, I haven't even mentioned purpose. All right, now purpose is a whole nother different thing, and that's even more important. But if you're looking for a life that has more pleasure than these big rich superstars, then live a normal life with the occasional cool things. But don't just give yourself cool things all the time. Or have you ever gone out to eat too much? You ever have one of those weeks where you're like, I've gone out to eat every single night, it sucks. You're like, this sucks, I hate this. I want to eat some horrible like broccoli when I go back home, and just eat some crummy food and just live, you know. It really kind of wears on me. I've been fasting the past 2 weeks. Every Wednesday I've been fasting the entire time. Oh no, hold on. I've been fasting for 24 hours. And it's actually a lot of fun. It shows me that as Americans, we have no idea what hunger is. I'm fasting for 24 hours. And honestly, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. I could go longer. Our bodies can do longer. But after 3 hours of us not eating after breakfast, we're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. You're not gonna die. Just stop it. So, but after fasting for 24 hours, any food sounds amazing. The amount of pleasure that someone who eats all day and then goes to the finest restaurant in the universe and eats the greatest steak is not as much pleasure as someone who's been starving for 2 weeks. You ever see that show, like those survival shows, where a guy hasn't eaten anything in 2 weeks, and then he finds like a frog, and he eats a frog leg, and it's the greatest thing he's ever had in his life. He's like crying in tears like how amazing this is. But if he ate that after he ate like a cheeseburger from McDonald's, he'd be like, this is gross. That's what I'm talking about. So, stop chasing these constant life pleasures, and actually enjoy your life. The ultimate goal, the ultimate trick is to be content with what you have. Be content with where you're at, be content with what you have. Now what I said was be content, you don't have to be complacent. It doesn't mean you can't strive for more. There's nothing wrong with striving for more and trying to be better. I always forget which way I'm supposed to go up here. I think I want to go left. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually good. It's good to have motivating things. But if you're not content with where you currently are at, if you're not happy with where you're at, you will not be happy with more. That's just a fact. That is a fact of life. More is that's not what you're striving for. Now once again, this is just a piece of the puzzle. This is one piece. This is not the whole thing. Purpose is huge. And ultimately, I think that if you don't, I think that we were created by God to have a purpose. And one of a big part of that purpose is to worship God and to know God and learn how to love God. And I feel like if you never make that connection, you're missing out. You are absolutely missing out on the greatest and most important part of your life. All right, guys, that wraps it up. Let me That's fun. All right, guys, that wraps it up. Remember, I'm Sean from Srkcycles. It's not what you're driving, it's not what you're riding, but where are you going? We'll see you guys later. What's up, guys? I'm Sean. Thanks for watching that great video. And as always, click down here to subscribe. And here's the next fun video for you guys to watch. We'll see you guys next time.
And that wasn't far enough away.
And I had no clue. I'm just gonna tell you guys to back off. On your bikes. And listen, it's not what you're riding, but where you're going. We'll see you guys later. We're pumped.